What if I told you the most exciting electric sports car of the next decade isn't from Tesla, Porsche, or Ferrari? What if I told you it's from a small startup you've probably never heard of, led by two ex-Tesla engineers on a mission to prove that lighter is faster? This is the Longbow Roadster, a 2026 electric car that promises to bring back something most EVs have forgotten: the joy of driving. No outrageous horsepower figures, number 300 mile-per-hour dreams. Just raw agility, accessible performance, and a price tag under 100 grand. And today, we're going deep, not just into the specs, but the story, the philosophy, and the fight this car faces in a world obsessed with big numbers. To understand the Longbow Roadster, you need to know the men behind it. Daniel Davey and Mark Tapscott aren't just engineers. They were part of Tesla's rise. They've seen the inside of an EV empire, and they've seen its flaws. They watched as EVs became heavier, more expensive, and more about bragging rights than connection to the road. When they left Tesla, they didn't want to make the fastest car. They wanted to make the purest car. Something you feel. Something that dances through corners. Something Colin Chapman himself might have built, had he lived to see the EV age. Their plan was bold. Take proven, off-the-shelf EV components. Build an ultralight chassis around them and sell it for a fraction of the price of a hypercar. And do it before Tesla even ships its long-delayed Roadster. Most EVs today weigh more than pickup trucks. That's great for stability, not so great for handling. The Longbow team saw the danger early. Heavy EVs can be incredibly fast in a straight line, but in the real world, weight kills agility. Longbow's motto, speed of lightness, isn't just marketing, it's engineering. Their Roadster weighs under a ton. In an era where most electric sedans are closer to 2.5 tons, why does that matter? Because less weight means less inertia. It means sharper turning, more feedback through the steering, and more fun. Think Lotus Elise, Mazda MX, Honda SE2, 000 cars that didn't dominate drag races, but made every corner feel like a celebration. Underneath its clean, almost retro bodywork, the Longbow Roadster is pure function. The chassis is a lightweight aluminum space frame, bonded for rigidity. The battery pack, just enough capacity for about 200 miles of spirited driving. Because range isn't the point here. Its motor delivers 322 horsepower to the rear wheels, good for 0 to 62 in under 4 seconds. Not record-breaking, but perfectly matched to its weight. The suspension is double wishbone, tuned for precision. Steering is unassisted at low speeds. An intentional choice to give drivers unfiltered road feel. Even the aerodynamics are simple. No active wings, no fake vents, just clean airflow management for stability without drag. This is an EV built like an old-school sports car, and that's rare. Of course, the Longbow won't exist in a vacuum. On one end, you've got the $200,000 Polestar 6. Stunning, powerful, but heavy. Then there's Tesla's long-promised Roadster, with its 1.9-second 0 to 60 claims and 600-mile range. If it ever arrives, there's also the Porsche Taycan, Rimac, Navara, and Lotus Evija, incredible machines, but priced for millionaires. The Longbow Roadster is aiming for a different buyer. Someone who values corner speed over straight-line speed. Someone who prefers feeling fast to being the fastest on paper. Here's the truth. Building a car company from scratch is almost impossible. Look at Faraday, Future, Aptera, Fisker, years of delays, cost overruns, and sometimes complete collapse. Longbow faces those same dangers. They don't have their own factories. Production will be outsourced. That saves money, but also introduces risk. Supply chain problems, battery shortages, and the simple challenge of meeting safety regulations could delay the Roadster. The founders know this. They've seen Tesla go through production hell, but they believe that by staying small and focused, they can avoid the pitfalls of Imagine you're behind the wheel. The cockpit is minimal. No giant central screen, just a small cluster behind the steering wheel and a few tactile switches. You press the accelerator. The response is instant, but not overwhelming. The motor sings a soft electric whir. The chassis feels alive beneath you. You dive into a corner. The car changes direction like it's reading your mind. You feel the weight transfer, the tires biting in. No heavy battery mass pushing you wide. No numb steering isolating you from the road. It's not about numbers, it's about sensation. The kind of sensation that makes you take the long way home every single time. If the Longbow succeeds, it could spark a new segment in the EV world. Lightweight, affordable sports cars. We could see track-focused EVs under $50,000. We could see battery swapping for quick refuels at the track. We could see EVs that don't just appeal to tech lovers, but to purists who've sworn they'd never go electric. And maybe, just maybe, this little Roadster could remind the industry that fun doesn't have to weigh 5,000 pounds. So here's the choice. Do you want an electric hypercar with numbers to brag about, or a car that makes every drive an event? The Longbow Roadster is betting that enough people will choose passion over power. In an age of excess, they're bringing back restraint. Would you take lightness over speed? Let me know in the comments. And if you want deeper dives into Tesla, Polestar, or the next wave of driverless cars, hit subscribe. Because here at Moto Makeover, we're just getting started.